Okay.
Rinpoche is doing everything independently. I'm just here for support only.
Yes, now.
Rinpoche.
Slowly learning to stay.
Stay.
Okay. Okay, now shall we start with the prayer? Okay. Sanjen Chodan, Sojin Chonamalan, Chanjo Pardo, Dane Chapsonche, Dage Jinso Jibe Senam Jen, Dola Pinchre, Sanjen Doparai Shon, Sanje Chodan, Sojin Chonamala, Chanjo Pardo, Dane Chapsonche. Dage Jinso Jibe Senam Jen Dola Pinchera Sanjen Doparai Sho. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Sangha, I take refuge until enlightenment. By the merit of practicing the paramitas, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Chanjo Simjo Rinpoche Maje Panama Juraji Jeba Nyamba Meba Yang Kone Kondo Pelwarai Sho. Attention the genie, Kijinian and Charwaka Lama and Genta can do Jeshapeland, Sanjay and the Lama to choosing Jella, the Yamaka change to it in the Jakarta and do Chinjelo, Namora, get the Ludan music. Drum Tata me again, I'm Tondo, Pinchetanam Chata, Tanjaketo, that which So, hello, Tashidele, everyone again, and very good evening.
大家晚上好啊！祝福大家如意吉祥，希望大家有一个很愉快的夜晚。
So, since last time that we have talked till ultimate Bodhicitta mind for the period of meditation period. So I would like to start today with maybe I would say with a very short game.
然后上次我们讲课的时候，我们有说到，仁波切教导我们的是关于这个胜利菩提心的这个修持的方法，特别是如何在上座，也就是禅定中的这个修持。那今天仁波切要以一个游戏，小小的游戏来作为这次讲课的开始。
Because last time when we are practicing this ultimate bodhicitta mind, for that, so we have categorized into two different periods. One is meditation period, and the one is post-meditation period. Yeah. So we have talked and we have finished that meditation period. So due to that, so I would like to start with a very short game.
因为上次我们讲到胜利菩提心的修持的时候，我们把它归为两个时段，一个是上座修，一个是坐下或者下座的时候的休息，也就是禅定跟禅定后的修持的不同的时段。那这个是关于胜利菩提心的部分。那今天我们要进入的是，这个部分已经讲完了，结束了。那今天我们要讲的是这个世俗菩提心的部分，也就是相对菩提心。所以仁波切会以这个一个小小的游戏来作为这一次开课的一个开始。
Yeah, because in order to make it a little more interesting, the topic and the talk to make it a little more interesting, so maybe we can just start a short game.
为了让这次的讲课能够生动活泼一点，让大家觉得兴趣勃勃，所以仁波切会以一个小小的游戏来作为这次讲课的开始。
And the game is called Catch the Sky. So I made by myself this game.
所以这个游戏是仁波切自创的，名字就是去尝试去捕捉这个天空。
So then maybe we can just so now when we are talking here, catch the sky. Sky means a space here, yeah. Because in the Tibetan we call it the Namka Tibetan, so which normally we translate it directly as a sky, but which means space.
因为我们说天空的时候，在这边意思就是等同于这个虚空了。因为在藏文里面 namkar 的意思就是等于这个虚空啊，它的意思也等同于这个天空嘛。所以这边我们说捕捉天空的时候，是它的意思说捕捉虚空。
So please then so in like now like so you can maybe some of you can like volunteer and just tell me how you're going to catch the sky, catch the space.
当中的在座就是出席的各位呢，参与的各位有没有任何人自愿当一个自愿的参与者，告诉仁波切说你如何能够捕捉到你前面的虚空？有没有人自愿出来的去做这个练习？
Can someone volunteer and show me how you're going to catch the space or sky?
在座的各位有没有人愿意当个志愿者，参与一下，告诉仁波切说你怎么样能够捕捉到你的这个虚空？
Is there anyone?
有没有人要发言的？
Yes.
Maybe you can show in the video.
或者在录影片段显示一下吧。 There's an answer here, Rinpoche says, no idea. Another one say cannot. Another one say just visualize.
Just visualize.
Another one say impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Awareness.
awareness. Okay. Yeah. So that is why that I thought this game will be helpful for the beginner. So I think for the senior, someone is showing something.
有些人在做一些动作，是不是？是吗？那仁波切说，这个游戏呢，对这个初学者来讲，要了解空性的初学者讲是相当有建设性的、有用的。那至于对这些老参吗？是仁波切会继续的讲下去。
Because why I'm saying this is helpful is because sky or space is like I would say it's like a emptiness version in a physical physical world, like physical form. So like a sky or space is similar with emptiness. Because when we are talking about emptiness, and then when we talk about the space or sky, these are like very similar. So when we are talking in a physical world.
那为什么要人们就说这个对初学者对我们来说是相当有用的一个比喻一个游戏呢？因为在形体上而言，在物质上而言，当我们谈到这个虚空或者说是天空的时候呢，它在物质上在形体上跟我们所讲的佛家所讲的空性几乎是相当接近的一件事情。所以当我们说到空性的时候，我们就会联想到所谓的这个虚空或者是天空。所以这个虚空的天空跟我们佛教所讲的空性几乎是相当接近的一回事。所以就这样而言呢，对初学者呢，我们相当有用的一个比喻，这一个游戏。
Like for example, so when I do like this, am I catching a space or not?
所以刚才当仁波切这样，刚才仁波切这样做的时候，是捕捉到了这个虚空吗？还是没有？
Or maybe like if I use this this half empty of glass, can I catch with this glass? No, can I catch space with this glass also?
或者仁波切看以这个半空的这个杯子去捕捉，能够捕捉到所谓的天空或者是虚空吗？能够捕捉到这个空性吗？
So what I'm trying to say here is like when I do that, when I do this, in fact I'm catching nothing.
就是
Isn't it? I'm catching nothing.
换句话说，当仁波切这样做的时候，他捕捉到的是一无所有，捕捉到的是空，对不对？什么都抓不到，什么都捕捉不到，是吗？
I'm catching nothing. That means that you are catching a space.
当你一无所得，什么都得不到的时候，你就得到了虚空，对不对？
Isn't it? So,
对吗？
so does it make sense?
这对你来说有意义吗？
So that is why I'm saying, so because when you are catching nothing, that means you are catching a space. Because it is very similar when we are meditating on emptiness. When you are meditating on emptiness. Meditating on emptiness.
当你什么都抓不到的时候，你就抓到了，你就得到了空性。所以同样的，当你对这空性加以禅修，你的禅定内容是空性的时候，你什么的一无所得的话，那你就证得了空性。
So that is why I'm saying, when we meditate on emptiness, you have to cling on nothing. That you should not be grasping on anything. Then only then you are meditating on emptiness. Yeah? It is exactly similar here. What I'm saying is like, if you're grasping, if you are holding this cup, then you are not catching a space. Yeah? You are catching this glass. If you are catching nothing, that means you are catching a space. Does it make sense?
所以，当你对这个空性进行这个禅修的时候，进行禅定的时候，你会有这个一无所得的觉受，你什么都无所执求，你捕捉不到任何东西的时候，那个就是空性的真正的禅修。那同样的，如果你用这个杯子来尝试捕捉这个虚空的话，如果你执着于这个杯子的话，你就捕捉不到那个虚空。可是如果你知道里面的这个虚空本来就是一无所有的。 空无一物的了不可得的话，那才是真正的捕捉或者得到了这个虚空。这样讲对你来说有意义吗？
So that is why I'm saying, for the beginner, when they are trying to meditate on emptiness, I think before meditating on emptiness, if you just play this kind of the game, like a catching space, that will help them to understand how to meditate on emptiness. So that is why I'm saying, so this game will helpful in order to in order to do practice on a ultimate Bodhicitta mind. So due to that, I just want to play this short game.
仁波切之所以想要跟各位玩，建议各位玩这个小小的游戏，也就是说，因为在我们还没有进入这个空性的禅修禅定之前呢，如果你能够玩这样的一个游戏的话，尝试去捕捉所谓的虚空或者是空性的话，那对你将要进入这个空性，对这个空性的了悟，对这个空性见地的趋近的话，会有很好的这个帮助和提升。所以仁波切在这边建议各位去玩这个小小的游戏，这样的游戏能够帮助你建立起对空性比较正确的、比较趋近的一种见地。
And also, when I'm using this game, so because when we are talking about the pit instruction, pit instruction is mainly it's like a method, mainly a method to introduce the meaning of like teaching, Buddha's teaching.
所以，当我们谈到这个空性的这个游戏小游戏的时候，我们谈到的是诀窍，诀窍就是修行的一种口诀。那修行的口诀就是一种方法，把佛教证入空性的这个诀窍呢引介给各位，所以称之为诀窍。
So this game is also, you can say a pit instruction also.
所以这个小小的游戏嘛，你也可以称它为一种现代的口诀吧，现代的诀窍。
But that this pit instruction is for me. So because cheap teacher will use the cheap technique or cheap method.
所以这个方法是仁波切独创了。然后仁波切开玩笑说，一个比较便宜的、比较不那么高档的上师自然会给各位的方法是比较下等的、比较便宜的这个诀窍。
So, but even though that the game itself looks so childish and so cheap, but still the meaning is not baseless. What I'm trying to say here is the meaning is not baseless.
虽然这个游戏看起来很低等的，好像很幼稚的样子，可是呢，它不是毫无根基的。也就是说，这个游戏是建立在相当稳固的、相当高深的佛法的基础上的。
Because in this like Parajanaparamita Sutra, Shechin Ngapchupa, I think there is one called the 50 verses of Parajanaparamita. So in that Parajanaparamita, it has mentioned that Parajanaparamita is like a sky only.
这个谢谢阿朱巴在这个波罗蜜多的这个教典里面有云，就是所谓的空性，也就是所指波罗蜜多，它的内意就等同于虚空，它是等同虚空一样了不可得的。
Not only in the Parajanaparamita, even the others Tantra and Shastra and many others. They use this in order to explain emptiness. They use example of a sky, space, oftenly. So due to that, so the message itself is not cheap, but the method might be cheap.
所以这个不只是波罗蜜多的这个见地跟教典，乃至于很多的密序，当然很多的 sastra， 很多的论点里面呢，他们都把这个虚空或者空性呢。等同于这个虚空或者是天空等同于这个空性，也是空性最接近空性的这个比喻呢，就是如虚空一般，或者是如这个天空一般的了不可的一无所有。所以它的这个诀窍看起来相当的低级，可是它的见地是相当的高级，或者说是非常的深远的。
And especially so nowadays, like people get bored so easily, and especially for the younger generation. So in order to explain Buddha Dharma, so we need because we often, all the masters, like our master, they always telling us you have to use different skill to introduce for the new generation. So I would say this kind of the game, I think might help them to make it a little more interesting for them also.
因为呢，我们现代人都觉得很容易觉得无聊，一下子觉得很空虚很无聊啊，特别是现代的年轻人更是如此。所以为了要向这些年轻人布教弘法，那我们需要有一些生动的善巧方便呢，来为他们开示这个佛理。所以仁波切认为说，这样小小的一些游戏呢，能够让佛法的演示、佛法的传递变得更为生动，变得更为活泼一点，也让他们会对佛法产生这个比较深的这种兴趣。
Then, with that, so we can just finish that meditation, alternate Bodhicitta mind practice for during the meditation period. We can just finish with that. Then now we will start to the post meditation.
就此呢，我们就结束了关于这个胜利菩提心，坐上修，就是禅定中的修持的时段跟这个部分。接下来我们谈到的是这个世俗菩提心，也就是相对菩提心的修持，而不是坐下修，就是后面的时段，这是禅定过后的如何起修这个胜利菩提心的部分。
Then it has mentioned that in Tibetan, Tunsam Jume Jeburcha means between the session, be a conjurer of illusions.
这边呢就是下来这个时段，就是中间要修幻化，就是在中间这个时段跟时段之间呢，就是要修这个幻化，观一切如梦如幻。
Sorry, conjure means so anyhow, so which means that you have to take all the world and everything whatsoever happening around you, that you have to take it as an illusion. Like that is what really mean, yeah.
这边呢，间中修幻化者，中间修幻天，这个意思的这边的意思就是说，不管在你身上发生什么事情，不管一切你的见闻觉知，你都要当知，你都要把它当作是如梦如幻，了不可得的。
So in here, so what it is saying is that you have to keep that impact or taste of that meditation taste, because when you are when you did meditation, that time that you meditate, all the phenomena as emptiness. Yeah? So still that you are not, even though that you are already in a post-meditation period, but still that you are not completely that living that state, meditation state.
也就是说，你要保任，你要保持或者维系这个你禅修所得到这个法味，这个法的滋味。当你在坐上修禅定的时候，你品尝到这个法的滋味的时候，当你下座的时候，也就是当你上座的时候，你就得到了这个一切诸法如梦如幻了不可的这个法的滋味的时候，一旦下座之后，你还是要保任这个滋味，这种味道，也就是你不要离开这个你上座的时候所得到的这个法性的滋味。
And then you have to keep reminding, being mindful that whatever happening, things around you, still that you are not really clinging after truly existing, and you are taking it as an illusion, not truly exist.
也就是说，你下坐之后或者坐间的时候，你要不断地提醒自己，不要把一切的外在的现象发生在你身上的一切的人事物呢，都当作是真实的、稳固的，而要视他们为这个如空、如梦、如幻般的了不可的、不可执取，就是他们也是空无自性的。
So, if you keep reminding that, then you will not fall into that, like whatever happenings around you, you will not fall into. Otherwise, if you take it as truly existing, then you will fall into that trap.
也就是说，如果你不断提醒这个事情，这句话就是视一切物呢，视一切诸法这个如梦如幻了不可得的话，那你就不会掉入那个陷阱。也就是说，你不会缠绕在你的见闻觉知当中，和这些事情过不去，和你的见闻觉知，也不会卡在你的一切的见闻觉知、你的体验当中，因为你是他们都是如梦如幻的，都是空性的，都是了不可得，这空无自性的，所以你就不会卡在其中。
So, like that is how you, how you keep up your this post meditation practice, because post meditation practice means like that you are not really meditating and sitting and meditating. After meditating, then you are roaming around, you're going here and there doing anything, but still at the same time that you are aware that all these are not truly existing as illusion. That makes you that you can engage with your daily life, but still that you will not fall into the trap. That is the way of post meditation like practice.
那所谓的坐下修，也就是你禅定过后的这个时段。那你下坐之后，所谓的下坐就是说你不是在那边正襟危坐那边打坐了，也不是在禅定的时段，是后禅定的阶段。你出定了之后呢，就是你这边跑那边跑了，什么都做，你到处的都行动了，你做你应该日常生活中会做应该做的一切事情，可是你都是念兹在兹，了了分明的。你会不断提起这个正念呢，告诉自己说，一切诸法都是如梦如幻，了不可得，空无自性的。那这个就是坐下修，就是保证你坐上修的时候所得到这个法的滋味呢，一直保证到维系到，然后延伸到你的日常生活中的所作所为。
Yeah, because for this, there is many like because Nama, because like appearance. Nama means appearance, yeah. So this is not appearance. Is not really a obstacle, yeah. What really what is real hindrance is that clinging on it. So like even for the Buddha, so he see all the different things, yeah. But so seeing all these kind of things will not trap you into a samsara, and it will not obstruct you. The main obstruction is that clinging.
所以这边藏文拉鲁瓦就是说这个显象，一切万法万物的显现呢，这万法万物的显现或者显象本身其实并不是所谓的障碍，真正障碍是我们对这些所生所现的万法诸法的执取，我们对他们有所执取才是真正的障碍。所以你看这个诸佛看一切众生一切诸法都是了了分明的，可是在了了分明的当中，他也觉知到是了不可得的。所以在这了了分明当中，对诸法了了分明有所觉知，这个并不会使你堕入这个轮回当中，也不会成其为障碍。有障碍的，使我们卡入轮回当中的，就是我们对这个所升起万法、所见所知的万法的执取。所以执取本身才是障碍，不是对执取的对这个诸法的觉知，而是对诸法的执取。
for this this kind of thing, that the great master Tilopa said to Naropa that the appearance will not appearance will not trap you into the samsara. That clinging, that clinging will trap you into the samsara. This is what he said to the Naropa.
也就是跌罗巴大师告诉纳罗巴，跌罗巴告诉纳罗巴大师说，他说这个万法的显现本身并不会使你堕入于轮回当中，可是当你对万法的显现有所执取的时候，那个才是堕入轮回之因。
Okay, so this is how how we should engage ourselves with a daily activity during the post meditation time.
这个就是这个我们如何把佛法融入我们的日常生活当中的这个了不可得的这个诀窍。
Okay, now, so this is what we talked about now, ultimate Bodhicitta mind. Now we will go to a relative Bodhicitta mind, which is the main topic in this 7 point of the mind training.
现在我们胜利菩提心方面的仁波切已经讲解结束了就是现在我们要进入这个世俗菩提心、相对菩提心的修持。那这个相对菩提心的修持，其实也正是这个修行七要的主要的内容。
So when we talk about this relative Bodhicitta mind, so oftenly that there is two different type of relative Bodhicitta mind that Dajin Nyambar Gomba means like Bodhicitta mind which take myself and others are equal, like a equality Bodhicitta mind, and then the exchanging self with the other, exchanging Bodhicitta mind. There is two different type of the practice.
所以当我们说到这个世俗或者是这个相对菩提心的时候呢，一般上有两种，一个是自他对等、自他平等菩提心的世俗菩提心，那一个是自他交换的菩提心的这个修持法。所以当我们说到这个世俗或者是相对菩提心的时候，都谈到这两种主要的类别。
And then when we're talking about this equality Bodhicitta mind and exchanging Bodhicitta mind, then actually this Jengha Rinpoche means so one of Dongtenpa's disciple, because Dongtenpa is a main disciple of Atisha. Then he has three disciples. One is Potowa, one is Jenghawa, and one is Puchungwa. So actually he has three, they all are siblings. He has three main disciples. Among these three disciples, the first Jenghawa is saying that equality Bodhicitta mind that we should practice first.
这个青嘎仁波切，也就是这个中敦巴的这个时代，也是阿底峡的大弟子是中敦巴。那阿底峡通常有三大弟子吧，这个波多瓦、青嘎瓦跟这个仁波切，就是所谓的仁波切。波多瓦、青嘎仁波切跟这个波多瓦。波多瓦。我就这边给他写，还有青嘎瓦，这是青嘎瓦就说，就是所有的这个所有的修法当中，修这个世俗菩提心的时候呢，最殊胜的修法就是平等心，自他平等不二。
But in here, it is saying that actually practicing this equality bodhicitta mind first beginning. It's a way of Lama Chamben Namjur, his tradition. Because last time that at the very beginning that we have mentioned, Atisha has three main master for the Lojong practice. Yeah? One is Lama Chamben Namjur, one is Selingpa Dharmakiti, and then other one is
Yogi Maitri.
yes,
Maitri Yogi.
not Maitreya Buddha, Lama Rakshita.
Lama
Rakshita. Yeah, because the last time that we have mentioned three main teacher that where he has received the Lojong practice for Atisha. That one is the Lama Rakshita, one is the Lama Chamben Namjur, one is the Selingpa Dharmakiti.
这个慈氏尊者，就是阿底峡尊者的这个三大弟子，那其中自然就是一个金州大师舍林巴，还有 Dabarashita， 还有这个就是慈氏尊者。那慈氏尊者，也就是说，这个平等心呢，是修持世俗菩提心的最快、最殊胜的入门诀窍。
So that is what it is saying here, that like practicing equality bodhicitta mind at the beginning is not Selingpa tradition. Like that is Lama Chamben Namjur tradition. So due to that here, so we are not going to talk about this equality bodhicitta mind at all. Directly, we will talk about this exchanging bodhicitta mind.
因为这个菩提心，这个平等心的诀窍，其实不是拉玛舍林巴，也就是不是这个金州大师的所传下来的这个诀窍，而是这个十世一切论师所独有的这个传承。所以在这边，因为我们传的修心七要呢，是直接来自于这个舍林巴这个金州大师的，所以我们直接就进入这个金州大师的诀窍。也就是自他交换，而不是从平等心的世俗菩提心那边修起。
Yeah, so that is what Bodhisattva said. That Bodhisattva said that he has received like a direct instruction from Dhongtsang, the one who is living in a Shupisit means like living in a jungle kind of. He said Shupa, I don't really know that. The one who's pine, yeah. The one who's living in a pine tree. He has got to receive direct instruction from that Dhongtsang that we should direct practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind.
这个波多瓦是直接从这个住在这个松树林间的这个中东巴这边呢，得到这个修心的传承。那这个修心的诀窍就是说，我们要可以直接从这个自他交换的这个诀窍、这个法门那边呢，开始起修这个世俗菩提心。
So, due to that, so it is saying here. So again. As I've mentioned, there is two different root texts. So one root text, it is saying Thambo Chamje Lepargoms. So in order to practice this relative bodhicitta mind at the beginning, that you have to practice compassion and the loving and kindness. Compassion and the loving and kindness at the beginning.
这边有两个根本颂嘛，那其中第一个版本就是为了要起修，要升起这个世俗相对菩提心，那首先就是要修慈心跟这个悲心，先修慈跟悲这两种。
So, in fact, it is very important because in order to arise that pure, real bodhicitta mind, So one must practice loving and kindness and compassion at the beginning. Otherwise, it is very rare and it is very difficult to arise the real and pure Bodhicitta mind.
为了要升起那个纯正、纯净无误的，真正的这个菩提心呢，那首先我们必须要先起修这个慈心跟悲心。那若不是先有这个慈心跟悲心的修习呢，那我们是很难能够真正的升起这个正确却又纯净无误的这个世俗菩提心的。
So, sometimes because some masters are saying that exchanging bodhicitta mind is it's a very difficult to practice. So due to that, so at the beginning that we should not be practicing this exchanging bodhicitta mind.
有一些上师，有一些传承中的上师却认为呢，因为这个自他交换这个诀窍的修持，一开始的时候是很难修的成就的，所以一开始的时候初学者呢，可以不必先修这个自他交换法。
Then anyway, so because what most worried about is because when we are saying the exchanging bodhicitta mind means you are exchanging oneself with the others. That means you are taking all the negativity from the others and giving all the positivity from yourself. Yeah? So due to that, people have oftenly that fear that if I take all the negativity from the other people, then I might get into trouble.
因为这个自家交换，它的含义就是把自己好的功德跟善根呢，都给其他的众生，给别人。那其他众生的这个罪业跟痛苦，都由自己来承受跟承担。所以很多人就会有一种想法，就是说，如果我去承担其他一切众生的罪业跟痛苦的话，那我岂不是很多的麻烦要去承受吗？很多的痛苦要去承担吗？很多人都有这样的一种想法。
So that is, I think, it's very common, yeah? Because we as a very ordinary person, if you are saying that all the negativity take into yourself, then we will obviously we will get afraid, and we will have fear to getting yourself into trouble.
因为我们都是凡夫嘛，都是在地修持的凡夫。那如果说我们要自己去承担一切众生的苦难，去承担他们的苦恼、他们的罪业、罪障的话，那就觉得自己会招惹一些不必要的麻烦跟痛苦，所以很正常的，一般的人都有这样的这种恐惧跟这个不安的感觉。
And in order to explain that now, so exchanging bodhicitta mind, that in the root text it is saying that Tonglen Nipo Pelmar Jang means train in the two giving and taking alternately.
也就是杂修两取喜，比二乘风喜，就是修自他交换这个诀窍。那根本颂就是这样说的。
So in order to, sometimes people are having doubt whether is it okay to practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind or not. That for that it has mentioned in this Bodhicaya Avatara by Shantideva. He said that Data Jintu Jevarcha, Sama Tamba Chevarcha, Dadi Jinchi Dumata Yanta Jevama, continue to Minduk Jinkona and Devames. So it is saying that if you don't practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind, you will never get enlightenment. And even in a samsara, you will never get happiness. This is what has been said by Shantideva in Bodhicitta Avatara.
在这个吉天菩萨Shantideva 在他的入菩萨行论里面 Bodhisattva Jalavatara 里面有说，如果你不修这个自他交换的世俗菩提心的诀窍的话，你无法在这一生成佛即生成就，那你甚至即便你在轮回当中也无法得到真正的幸福跟安乐。
So, in order to talk about this relative bodhicitta mind, again here, so it has been categorized into two different periods, meditation period and the post-meditation period as well.
跟这个前面的这个圣意菩提心一样，这一边的修持这个自他交换的世俗相对菩提心的修法也分为两个时段，一个是坐上修，一个是坐下修，也是禅定时或者禅定后的时段的修习。
For the meditation period, first that you have to find a comfortable place where you can sit in a meditation posture.
对这个正修的禅定的部分呢，你要找一个很舒服的、很舒适的地方，让你能够身心安顿呢，那保持这个禅修的坐姿，然后入定打坐。
And after that, so I would say like each and every practice, so whatever practice that we do, we should always start with the simplest one, easiest one from the beginning. We have to start from the easiest and simplest one.
所以仁波切告诫各位说，不管你修的是什么法门、什么诀窍，修的是什么法，那很重要的一点就是要从最简单的、最单纯的那个法开始起修，从最简单的先做起。
Because like most of the time, we want to do practice the highest one first, so which is like a difficult one, and then so first you will do highest one, then at the end you will fall into the simplest one.
那一般上我们犯的毛病呢，现代人修行所犯的毛病，就是我们喜欢先从高处下手，先从这高阶的、很高深的修法先起修，然后慢慢才修这个简单的、小小的，所以这个都是不合理的、不如法的。
So obviously, so there is two way. So like one is like a picture one is like a intelligent way, intelligent way. One is more like a simple, ordinary way. So there is a two way always when like whatever practice you do. But in here, it's like a Kadampa practice. Like when this Atisha style, it's a mainly ordinary way. It's like from the step by step. They will follow the step by step, not jumping on top.
这个其实就是从有一个比较聪明的做法，比较有智慧的行门去顿悟的，这是一种理性的智慧的入门的说法。另外一种是平常心的做法，就是一般平常的做法，作为从这个简单的修法那边呢开始起修。那这个就是噶当派的阿底峡尊者的道风或者学风，他们修学的道风呢，就是从简单的平常的生活小小的事情做起，从简单的法门先起修，这是阿底峡尊者的这个噶当派的修法。
So no matter what practice you do, even if you want to practice generosity, or even if you want to practice shila or this tolerance or whatsoever, so the first you should always like start with the simple and which is more stable. If you are started with the simple, then you will not you will not regret it.
那么呢，不管你修这个布施也好，你修持戒也好，你修这个忍辱安忍也好，你都是从最简单的作为开始起修，简单的小小的法门开始，慢慢的修起来。那这样的话，你的修行既变得又简单又稳当，又稳实啊，不会堕落下去。那不是说超越这个次第的，一下子从高处修，那绝对不是这个样子。
So in here, so easiest way to like before we practicing this exchanging bodhicitta mind, we should practice compassion, loving and kindness and the compassion towards your mother. It is saying first.
所以最简单的修法在这边，当你修自他交换的时候，就是要先修慈心跟悲心。那修慈心跟悲心要以谁为对象来起修呢？就是最简单的一个，就是以我们的母亲、我们的妈妈为这个起修的，首先要观修的这个对象。
Okay, and so when we are talking about mother, obviously, like so it is easiest to have compassion and loving and kindness towards your mother, yeah? Because you are already having so much love and so much that you are aware of how kind and how important your mother is in your life. Due to that, so it is very easy to generate bodhicitta mind or compassion and loving and kindness towards mother.
为什么先以这个母亲为首先观修的对象呢？观修这个母亲很容易让我们升起这个慈心跟悲心乃至这个菩提心，是因为呢，我们对这个母亲一开始呢，我们就对她的大恩大德产生这种爱的感受，我们都是爱我们自己的母亲的。所以当我们说要对这个我们的母亲为一个首先观修的对象的话呢，先对这个母亲升起这个慈心、悲心乃至于菩提心，自然就是容易下手的一个对象，因为我们对我们母亲自然有一种慈爱的感觉，有一种悲悯的感觉，所以这个时候是最好修习这个相对菩提心的这个对象，就是以我们的母亲为开始。
From the beginning that we have so much love and so much affection towards your mother. On top of that, if you keep remembering all the kindness of mother, then it will keep increasing your loving and compassion towards your mother. It will keep increasing. You have to keep thinking and keep reminding yourself until that you feel that until the tear comes out from your eyes, and then like till that like your body hair like standing on an end. You have to practice till that.
所以当你不断的提醒自己关于你自己母亲的恩德跟大家对你所施予的无微不至的照顾跟慈悲的时候，那你对你母亲的这个慈心跟悲心就越渐次的增长，越来越强，越来越强。那你要修到什么时候呢？就修到自己有这个觉受的时候，就是你觉得要痛哭流涕啊，觉得毛骨悚然，觉得这样的时候呢，有这个征兆，就是算是修持这个对母亲的菩提心呢，修行有了成就的一个征兆。
Then once you have that much like feeling from the inside, that compassion and loving and kindness towards your mother, now you should practice this bodhicitta mind, exchanging bodhicitta mind with your mother first.
当你对这个内在，对你母亲有这样的一种觉受之后呢，就首先我们就开始起修这个自他交换的这个世俗菩提心。那以谁为对象呢？以我们的母亲为对象开始起修。
So if I have to tell all the kindness, how kind and how important your mother in your life, that we don't have to mention it. So we already know it. So due to that, I'm not going to exaggerate on this part. And so then after that, when you are really have a deep insight, feeling, and compassion, and then loving kindness towards your mother, then you should try to like practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind towards your mother, like and that you want to tong len means like tong means like a giving, len means the taking. Yeah, first part in here is like you have to take all the suffering of a mother. So which is like suffering is like directly infecting your mother and harming your mother, and then plus that there is a kunjung, means origin of suffering, all those like ignorant and klesha, these are not like directly infecting, but it's indirectly. So it's like harming your mother. Due to that, you want to take all the suffering and cause of suffering from your mother, like cutting your hair with a blade.
所以关于我们自己母亲对我们的大恩大德，那仁波切不必在这边一一的详细为各位解说，大家都应该有所觉受，有所明白。所以当我们对这个母亲以母亲为关系对象，对她升起这个慈心跟悲心乃至于这个无量的菩提心的时候呢，下一步就是对她以这个母亲为对象呢，做这个自他交换的世俗菩提心的这个实际的这个修法。所谓这个东 len 这边本身就是动就是取，就是给予，那 len 就是取，就是给予跟承担，就是把我们的福德都给出去。然后母亲的苦难、母亲的罪业、母亲的痛苦呢，由我们个人完完全全的去承受、去承担。那所要承受的是什么？就是苦集灭道的苦跟集，就是苦集苦因。首先就是直接的母亲的痛苦跟罪业呢，都由我们个人完全的代他承受、代他承担。然后第二就是集，就是苦的原因，也就是非直接造成母亲痛苦的这些无明啊、愚痴啊、klesha。就是我们的他的烦恼等这些呢，非直接造成母亲痛苦的因，我们也都拿过来承受和承担。就是苦跟集，苦和苦的原因呢，我们都为我们的母亲承担，拿过来完全的承受下去。所以呢，这个就是我们所做的，就是所承受的这个一切。
Then the second thing is like after you are taking all the negativity from your mother, then you have to give all the positivity from yourself. Like for example, your body and your belonging and your merit.
那下来，当我们承担了这个母亲的所有的罪业、苦因集，以及他的这个烦恼痛苦之后呢，接下来我们就是把我们所得到的一切的受用功和功德都送给我们的母亲。那我们受用跟功德就包括我们身体上的所有拥有的一切的情趣的这个享乐，所有的这个受用。那我们的物资，那物质的累积，还有说我们的财产之类的东西，我们的福德、我们的善根、我们的功德等等呢，都完完全全的毫无保留的送给我们的母亲。
And when we are saying this, your body and your belonging and your merit, you have to visualize that all your body and belonging and merit transform into a wish-fulfilling jewel, and which will offer to your mother. So whatever whatever her need will fulfill with that wish-fulfilling jewel.
也就这一边呢，我们必须要做一些观修的功课跟观想，也就是观想我们的个人的身体，所拥有的一切，我们的物资、财资，我们所有的善根功德呢，都把它观想，把它转化成这个如意满愿宝。那这个如意满愿宝，母亲得到了之后呢，就能够满足她所想要的、所渴求的一切，让她能够心想事成、福寿康宁等等这些。 所以能够满足我们的母亲一切的愿望跟所求。
So, most importantly, that wish fulfilling jewel will offer all the needs or means to that your mother to practice Buddha Dharma and in order to get enlightenment.
那主要这个如意满愿宝能够满足您的母亲的愿望，就是特别是能够让她遇到一切的顺缘善缘，能够让她在修法上遇到佛法上，佛法上的修持上呢有所成就，有所顺畅的这个成就跟这个顺缘，所以主要是佛法上的修正方面呢，对你母亲特别是能够让她心想事成的，无不满愿。
So. In here, because after you are reminding yourself all the kindness, that kindness of your mother, that it is not really possible to repay her kindness with a material object or with a physical action. You are not able to repay her kindness.
因为当你去想到你的母亲对你的大恩大德的时候，你对你的母亲对你无微不至的慈悲跟照料的时候，你无法以身体所拥有的一切跟你的物质财富去回报她的这个恩德的，那是不可能的一件事情。
Like for example, you have a most precious thing is your life, yeah? So which is given by your mother, so you cannot give more than your life, yeah. So you cannot, yeah. You have nothing to more important than your life to give your mother. So due to that, you are not able to repay your mother with a material object and physical action. The way to repay her kindness is to make her to do practice Dharma and get rid from the suffering. Get rid from the samsara. That is the only way to repay your mother.
因为你这一生最宝贵的这个身体是来自于你的母亲的，所以你最宝贵的东西是来自于你母亲，所以你无法把最宝贵的你身体上的作为，乃至你身体上所拥有的、所收用的一切的物质财富呢，回馈给你的母亲，因为那是不可能的，因为最宝贵的东西你现在已经有了。就是你有的东西是从你母亲那边来的，所以你无法以你的色身跟这个物质财富呢去回馈她的恩德，所以最好的做法就是回向这个功德呢，希望你的母亲能够在修行上有所成就，在学佛修道上有所成就呢，然后呢证悟这个菩提远离轮回，超越这个轮回的痛苦，这个才是最好的回报母亲恩德的最好的方法。
It is. We are not saying it because that we are talking about Dharma here, because when we are talking about like repay, means like if you can do more than what he or she did to you, then you can repay their kindness. Yeah? So that your mother has never able to make you enlightened yet till now, that since we are in samsara. So if you can make her enlightened, that means you are repaying her. What she has given is this life. What you have given her is like enlightenment, completely free, complete happiness. That is the ultimate way to repay. That is why, so we are saying the best way to repay your mother is make her to do practice and get enlightened.
所谓的这个报恩嘛，也就是说母亲给你的东西呢，你给的更多，就是你给你母亲比你母亲给你的更多。所以到目前为止，我们的母亲，我们现在还无法成佛成就佛道，那我们的母亲无法让我们成佛。所以反过来说，如果我们回报他的恩德，以让他成佛的方法来让他来回报他的恩德的话，那个是最好的回报的方式。因为到最后呢，我们使他努力的学佛，然后成就这个菩提，脱离这个轮回，得到这个永久的幸福安乐跟解脱跟自由的话， 那这个自然很合逻辑的，就是回报母亲最好的方法。
And then you have to practice alternately. Sometimes you can practice giving first and taking later. Sometimes you can practice taking first and giving later. That is not much differences. Alternately, then until that you have keep doing practice until that you are ready to jump in a fire in order to like save your mother.
所以这个间中交换来修，也就是有时候你先取，然后才承担，然后有些是你先承担母亲的苦难，然后才给他你的安乐跟这个功德。所以有时候先取，有时候先舍，有时候先取，有时候先给，有时候先给然后再取。所以这个是不一而定的，看个人来修。然后一直到最后，你能够准备跳入火坑里面去，直接把你的母亲救出来。那一直修到这样的这个觉受成就为止。
Without any second thought, just like when you see that your mother in a fire or anything, that you are just right away jumping into the fire or water whatsoever without second thought. That is the till then you have to practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind with your mother first.
所以以这个母亲为对象来起修，一直修这个自他交换，一直修到怎么样呢？修到说母亲堕入这个大水大火中，你就毫不犹豫的不做恶想，立刻跳进去，要把它救出来，一直修到有这样的这个成就跟觉受为止，都要一直修这个取舍，这是自他交换的，以母亲为对象的自他交换的修法。
Okay, so this is like a first session, the first, the simplest one to do practice exchanging bodhicitta mind towards your mother. But in here, it has mentioned the mother, but you can practice towards your father also if you are more closer, if you feel more closer affection towards your father or your anyone, your grandmother or your brother also, you can do practice that as well.
所以这边就是我们讲完了，就是关于这个世俗菩提心的修法的这个正行的部分。所以要从这个母亲为对象开始观修。当然，如果你对你的母亲对你的父亲觉得比较靠近一点的话，那也可以以这个父亲为起修的这个对象，或者是你的祖父、祖母啊、兄弟姐妹等等这些，你认为比你的母亲更为靠近你的人，更为有亲爱的感觉的人，就可以开始以他们为起修的这个对象。
Okay, so I think it's a question and answer section now.
现在是问答的时段吧。
So last time that we have left the unanswered question here.
上次我们还有一些问题还没有答的是吗？
What was that? It is about something about mental.
是有一些关于精神上的一些问题的是吗？心理上的一些毛病的，是不是？上次的问题。
Yes, it's about negative emotion, yeah.
关于烦恼啊。
Okay. Anxiety and depression and all about those kind of the questions. Yeah? Yes. Last time that I was talking about report and data from this WHO, that World Health Organization's report. Yeah? That I think that was a very old report. I think 2 or 3 years back report. So it is saying that like 1 out of 10 it's in this nowadays people are facing this mental disorder and mental problem.
所以我们谈到的上个星期上次谈的是关于这个焦虑症跟焦虑恐慌症跟这个忧郁症。那根据这个 WHO 世界卫生组织世卫的这个调查研究报告的资讯告诉我们，大概这是2-3年前的这个旧的资料了，大概有10个人当中就有1个人有精神上或者心理上的毛病跟问题。
I think so. Nowadays, even more than that. Nowadays, even more than that. So due to that, I was saying like mental those kind of mental disorder. Because if you say disorder, then like people are thinking that you are mad kind of, you are psycho kind of. It is not really that.
那有时候我们说这个 disorder 这个字失常的，比如说你精神失常就是有问题啊，头脑有问题，就是疯疯癫癫啊，是一个疯子或者是精神有问题呢，倒不是一定是这个样子的。
Because as I mentioned last time, that we should take this like a mental disease instead of taking it as abnormal or like very because like for example, when someone is sick, like physically sick, like if you have like broken your arms or your feet, then people are concerning about you. Yeah, it's like so they want to help you. They are concerning about what happened to you. Like they are taking it as a disease, and so they are generating compassion towards them.
所以呢，这个东西心灵上的问题嘛，我们就要把它当作是我们心灵生病了。每个人的心灵跟心理都有他的心灵健康、心理健康要去照顾的，就当作是我们的心灵生病了，不要把它当作是什么不正常、不对路的事情。那比如说我们的手或者脚或者甩伤了、受伤了，我们的身体生病的时候，有人去照顾我们，有人慰问我们，有人要去疗愈我们，这个自然是可以无人欢迎的一件事情。所以我们的心灵受伤了，心灵生病了，自然的也需要得到他人的关怀、慰问跟这个疗愈，这是没有什么大不了的事情，所以不要把它当作是不正确的、不正当的事情。
Somebody's calling?
Yeah.
Just end it.
Yes,
Don't accept. Oh, now it works. Yeah, now it works.
Somebody's trying to call you.
Yeah, it's because of somebody's calling. Again, this internet distraction. So, what I was saying is like, but when we are having a mental problem, and like people are not taking it as a disease, and instead of having compassionate towards those people, they are avoiding those people. Yeah. So he has a mental problem, and then people are started to looking down on those people.
对，可是现在很多人就是那个人精神有点不对路，或者心理有毛病，心灵生病了，他们是在逃避他，就是藐视他，看不起他，所以没有把他当作是一个这个人心灵生病了，我需要去照顾他，需要对他更多的慈悲的这些，而是逃避，所以这个是不太好的。
So due to that, I think people are hesitate to express their mental problem, and even if you are having those kind of depression and anxiety problem, and people oftenly they get hesitant to go to those what is that called? Psychotherapists?
Psychiatrists.
Yeah, psychiatrists. Yeah, psychiatrists.
所以因为这样的缘故呢，那些精神上和心理上有问题的人，就是很犹豫，不想就医。即便是像这个精神科医生，他很难开口说，我有这样的一些毛病，就是因为他们认为说别人对他们有这个不太好的看法，认为他们是不对路的，社会上是精神不太正常的一份子，这样子来看待，所以呢看不起他们，所以他们很犹豫的去就医的这些。
So like that is also the one reason like why people they don't treat their like mental illness as a disease, and then they are not going for the treatment. One reason, and another reason is like I would say all those like anxiety and like depression. It's mainly those like when we're talking about anxiety, it's more about the fear, isn't it?
所以这个是很多人不肯就医的其中的一个原因，就是因为别人投以他们异样的这个眼光。另外一些不肯就医的原因，就是说当我们说到这个 anxiety 这个焦虑症的时候，焦虑症呢，指的主要是一种恐慌的不安，是一种恐惧感在心中，不能够拂去、不能够灭没的一种恐惧感。
Because when we're talking about all those emotions, then this like anxiety and depression, these are mainly based on attachment. Because the fear comes from the attachment.
所以当我们说到这个情绪上的问题、心理上的疾病的时候，我们说到这个焦虑症呢，我们说到这个忧郁症的时候呢，我们说的是一种恐慌、害怕的感觉。这个害怕是哪里来的呢？害怕是从我们的执着、执取那边呢升起的。
It's mainly about like fear. It's mainly about like losing something. Yeah, losing something. One point. Then the second point is like facing something which you don't want it. Again, this is also both of this idea. It's based on attachment.
所以这个恐惧嘛，恐惧有两种，就是恐惧一种是害怕你失去你已经得到了一些东西，一些拥有的东西。然后第二种恐惧就是你会得到一些你不想要的境况或者是人事物。所以这两种恐惧主要的来源是哪里呢？主要来源就是我们对诸法的执取，我们的贪求，我们的执着，我们的挂碍。
And then, as I mentioned earlier, that all those emotions, addiction, because when you are thinking more and more about losing something, more and more about facing something which you don't want it, then if you think more and more, that will get kind of like your habit, and which will turn into those kind of the emotion, anxiety and depression, I think so.
所以这些情绪病呢，如仁波切之前所讲，就是一种上瘾症吧。就是说，你不断的去重复这些情绪的毛病，不断的去害怕失去你已经拥有的，害怕面对一些你不想要的境况的时候呢，你不断的串习，不断的演练这种习气的模式、习惯模式的话，那这种行为模式就会造成你目前拥有的这各种情绪上的问题跟烦恼，比如说是焦虑啦，比如说是这个忧郁症啊等等这些。
Okay, so this is I think the first question, I guess.
这就回答了大家的所问的第一个问题吧。
And what was the other question?
其他的问题还有吗？
There is many, but I don't really know which one. Things that we perceive should be deemed as a dream and not truly exist. So why still need to practice Dharma like fire puja or Zambala puja to accumulate our physical merits, or practice Purva or Mahakala to clear obstacles? Simply doing meditation should be enough. Okay.
然后这个问题我看不到这个问题，但是仁波切念出这个问题说，如果一切都是如梦如幻了不可得的话，那为什么还要修这个财神法啊、除障法啊之类的普巴金刚的修法啊、马哈嘎拉这个修法来清除我们障碍？一切如梦如幻，那直接去观空，直接就进入禅定，可不是就更好吗？最好吗？
When he asked this question, this mainly a practice in a Vajrayana, because when you are talking about the Zambala and Mahakala practice and Purpa practice, these are mainly practice from a Vajrayana practice. And because why we have to practice is because in order to get rid from all this like affliction, this like hindrance, it is not that easy.
所谓的这个问题者所谓的这些赞巴拉这个财尊的修法啊，大黑天马哈嘎拉的修法啊，普巴金刚普巴的这个修法等等，这是金刚乘的行门，金刚乘的特殊的不共的修法。那为什么要修这个除障的这些除障修复这个法门呢？因为仁波切说，在生活中我们要认真的、真实的去除我们的障碍的话呢，那可不是一件很简单的事情，不是有很容易说到的一件事。
Like for example, like if you want to go to some place, some journey, like for example, if you want to go for hiking, or if you want to go from here to Delhi or Malaysia or Hong Kong or China, wherever you want to go, but your main aim is that you want to go there, but on the way, you need to eat and you need to drink, isn't it? And you need to go to the restroom also.
那比如说你要去到一个地方吧，你要去远足，你要去露营，你要去远行，你要去到一个目的地，比如说你要去到一个国家，你要来到马来西亚，你要去到香港，你要去中国大陆等等这个目的地的时候，那一路上你不是直接就到达那个目的地嘛？你要半途你可能停下来休息一会儿，你要吃一些东西，你要喝一些水，你要上下洗手间等这些都是必须做的，你必须要在半路途中停下来的。
So that is why, you need to practice Mahakala, because in order to, and especially when you do a good job, like if you are doing something great, bigger thing, there will be more obstacles. So in order to, due to that, you need to remove the obstacle. So it is not that your aim is that much only. Your aim is enlightenment, but on the way, so you need to remove the obstacle, and on the way you have to go to a restroom or you have to eat something in order to survive till your destination.
也就是说，比如说，当你做一些佛法中的一些大计划、一些大活动、大事业的时候，那活动越大，愿力越大，通常障碍就越多。所以你必须要是这个马哈嘎拉、这个除障法、大黑天等等这些法会进行着仪轨的修习。为了要去除这个障碍嘛，就好像你要去有一个远大的抱负理想，需要达成，你要去一个很远的目的地的时候，你半途也必须要停下来上厕所啊，上洗手间啊，吃饭啊，喝水啊等这些，让你加油站嘛，加一下油，补充一下体力，然后上路。因为我们远大的理想当然还是成佛，远大的目的抱负还是成就这个菩提，可是半路中我还是必须要停下来。加油打气，然后清除一些障碍等等，这些都是必须做的。
So, no matter, obviously, like even if your aim is for the enlightenment, but still, so till then, you have to survive within this society, within this human society. In order to survive in human society, you need wealth. And you need what to say, merit to go your life smoothly and your practice smoothly. You need to merit also. So due to that, so like we have to practice all those things. So that is why we are saying this, like a Vajrayana practice. It's Vajrayana practice. It's a top monk. It's like there is a more method.
所以呢，虽然我们的 所以我们虽然是自求菩提，我们要的是圆成这个无上正等正觉，我们的目的是成就佛道，圆成菩提，成就这个佛果。可是在这个学佛的路途当中，我们还需一些福慧的资粮的修行跟获得还是必须的。比如说我们必须要有钱啊，才能做布施啊，我们要有这个功德，才能够使我们的学佛的路途上能够顺利的向前迈进啊，等等这些。所以呢，这个 top monk 这个就是金刚乘的不共殊胜的方便善巧方便嘛，我们可以以这些种种的善巧方便呢来使我们顺缘成就，使我们的学佛道路上呢不缺乏福慧两种资粮这样的我们的学佛道路才能够顺利圆满的顺畅的向前迈进这样我们才能够善缘具足，成就佛道。
Okay, so I think this is the next question. Then the last thing there is one said space and sky in English mean different things. Yes, so that is why I said sky after space. In the Tibetan, so we call it sky means space, not much difference. It's similar. So due to that, I have used that both word space or sky.
那这个问题问说，然后这个问题说 space 跟 sky 在英文里面是两个不同的字词，在中文也是一样，虚空跟这个天空这是不同两个的名词，可是在藏文里面这个名词是交替使用的，所以它以这两个名词来形容我们的空性，因为是最贴切最靠近的形容的方式。
Okay, so now we will stop here for the question and answer. So if anyone wants to go for a restroom, maybe just like 3 minutes. Okay.
我们现在是短暂的休息3分钟。如果各位想上厕所舒活一下筋骨，可以这个时候这么做。
Space is really open space, no?
Yes,
open space.
So when in Tibetan, when we call about the sky, Namka is like more like a space.
Like Namka. Namka is sky, no?
Yeah, sky in
open sky.
Yeah.
Like open sky. We just talked about that taste of meditation, no? Taste of meditation.
Taste.
What exactly it means?
It's like when you are meditating on emptiness, that impact so will be remaining. Yeah. Like for example, if you eat some foods, like whatever food, then the taste will still remaining. Yeah. even when you finish eating your lunch or dinner, the taste will be still remaining there. And that kind of the taste.
Flavor.
Yeah, flavor.
After meditation.
Yes.
This is post-meditation period, no?
Yes, post-meditation period. Okay, they're saying they can hear.
You said Vajrayana method is the practice with many methods, skills to survive. Right? Vajrayana method has many skills, and Vajrayana practice has many skills and method to survive or to get merit, and what exactly?
Many methods to get enlightenment.
Many methods to get enlightenment.
Okay, now we are starting. Okay, so now that was first session for relative bodhicitta mind during meditation.
所以刚才所讲就是这个相对世俗菩提心的正修的第一个时段中的第一部分。
Then after that, you have to move to the once you are like once you are ready to, as I said, ready to jump even in the fire when you see your mother or whomsoever is close to you. When you practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind, then you can shift into like all others, like lamde or other practice. They are saying like then like little more further, like your friend circle or like your more close, not like a family, but still close kind of. In here, so it is the second session is just directly saying that you should trying to generate this exchanging bodhicitta mind towards the whole sentient being. The second session. In here, in the other teaching, they will go step by step, but in here, like directly to the whole sentient being.
所以当你准备好你修这个自他交换的菩提心，以这个母亲为观修对象呢，起修起始呢，当你准备好，比如说刚才仁波切所讲的，当你准备好这个你亲爱的人跌落在这个火坑、这个水池里面呢，你会奋不顾身的去解救他们，跳下去救他们的时候，那你就是修道有所增量成就，让你进入这个 lamde， 就是道次第的观修法。那你可以从你的这个比较没有那么靠近的人，为下一步起修的这个对象，比如说是不是你家人以外的这些亲朋戚友啊，你可以以他们观修对象的渐次的增长。那一些法本呢，一些的教授，一些的传承说，你可以一步一步的从你母亲，然后修到你的亲戚朋友，那一步一步的，然后慢慢的延伸到一切的众生。但是这个修心七要的这个原点呢，这边这个第二部分的直接叫我们直接跳入，从母亲就直接跳入对一切众生的观修，直接一切众生为观修的对象。
Then, so you can again the same thing that at the beginning that you can practice loving and kindness and the compassion towards the all sentient being. Then after that, then you can practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind.
也一样的，跟刚才我们对母亲所升起的这个观修次第是一样的，先这个对众生升起这个慈悲心、大慈大悲心，然后当觉受圆满之后呢，就开始起修这个自他交换的这个诀窍。
And here, so last time that we have mentioned that self-clinging, using as like practice, means for the practice in order to get enlightened, self-clinging. In here, when we are practicing this exchanging bodhicitta mind, that self-clinging is also becoming a cause for the practice.
所以之前我们说过，以这个烦恼为道用，把那个执取转化为这个菩提上的顺缘真上缘。所以这边当我们修这个自他交换的时候呢，也是把这个执取，把它转化为这个菩提道上的资粮跟顺缘。
Because if you don't have a self-clinging, how are you going to practice exchanging Bodhicitta mind? There is no exchanging.
因为你毫无执取的话，毫无我执的话，你怎么能够自他交换呢？没有东西可以让你交换的，你不能够把你所执取的对象跟你自己换过来嘛。所以执取是好的，执取正好可以以之为这个菩提道用。
So in here, when we're practicing exchanging Bodhicitta mind, we are using self-clinging. Because of the self-clinging, then you are practicing this exchanging Bodhicitta mind, self with the others.
所以就这边而言呢，正好因为你这个有所执取，所以你正好可以用这个执取转为道用，转为菩提顺缘之道用。所以正好你可以自他交换，把自己的执取舍出去呢，把别人执取布施给满足别人的执取，这样的话才可以自他交换，才可以转为道用。
Okay, so then when we are practicing this exchanging Bodhicitta mind towards the whole sentient being, you are exchanging yourself with the whole sentient being. Then normally, so we are in all the Mahayan text of Buddhism, or that we are using that idea of all the sentient beings. They were your parents. They were kind to you.
所以当我们修这个说到自他交换的这个相对菩提心的修持诀窍的时候，我们就要谈到大乘佛教。大乘佛教的一切经论都告诉我们说，众生如父如母，一切众生都是曾经做过我们的父母亲，对我们都恩重如山。他对我们的恩德是非常的重的，非常重大的，所以为了报恩呢，就必须要把我们的功德全部给回向给布施给他们，这样子。
And when you use those reasons, because when we are saying the mind training, because in order to train your mind, we often use the reason to train your mind.
所以当我们说到修心的诀窍的时候，以这个逻辑思辨、思考、理性的思维来作为修心的前方便嘛。
Because and especially so nowadays, this is like modern time, without reason, it's difficult to convince the people. Yeah?
特别是我们在这个科技的现代社会，没有理性的思维。思辨为基础的话，是很难说服他人的。
So in here, so when we are saying that you should exchange, that you should practice exchange Bodhicitta mind towards the whole sentient being, so the first question will arise in people's mind is why we have to exchange. That question will arise. Yeah?
所以当我们修到自他交换的诀窍跟修法的时候，当然相对菩提心的修法修自他交换的时候，第一个产生在人们心中的一个问题是：为什么要修这个，非要修这个自他交换不可能？为什么必须要这么修呢？
The one reason that it has been given is because they were all your parents. It has been given in all the different texts that all the sentient beings were your parents. Due to that, you have to exchange, and that you have to practice exchange Bodhicitta mind with them.
那其中一个很多大乘的经论里面所给的一个理由，为什么要修自他交换呢？原因之一就是因为众生无始以来都曾经做过我们的父母亲，他对我们恩重如山，所以为了要报答他们的恩德，所以现在我们必须要起修这个自他交换的修心的相对菩提心的诀窍。
Then when you tell them again, they will have another question. Yeah. how come all the sentient beings are your parents? You are only one single man, and how can they all become your parents? You will have that question.
可是如果你这样告诉他们，给这个答案给这些人的话呢，这些人心中可能会升起第二个疑问，就是说我只有一个身体啊，我只有一个父母亲啊，现在我只有一个父亲一个母亲，那一切众生怎么可能无始以来都曾经做过我们的父母亲呢？所以第二个疑问会这样的升起来了。
So that is like another very good, very like logical explanation. What like Buddhism does is like, because our previous life is beginningless.
所以佛教就一种逻辑的思维方式来解答这个问题，就是说我们的生命呢，就是无始无终的，就是无始以来就是没有给开始的，就是生生世世很久远以来就这样开始了。
Since you have taken the birth countless time, then why not like all the sentient beings are your parents? Then there is a very like a logical explanation.
既然你的生命是无始以来就存在的，那无始以来你就很多众生就曾经做过你的父亲和母亲啊，这样的一种合乎逻辑的解释方法，这个佛教会提出这样的这种逻辑的思辨来解答这个疑问。
Then, like when they were like all your like, because when all the sentient beings were your parents, then they were very kind to you. Then now it's like you have a responsibility to take care of them. You have to repay all those kindness. Yeah? Due to that, then you have to practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind, and you have to benefit all the sentient beings.
所以，既然众生无始以来都在逻辑上，能够建立起这样的一种思维跟想法，都曾经做过我们的父母亲，那我们的父母亲都对我们的恩重如山，对我们照顾的无微不至。那这一生的我们呢，学佛这个修行的我们，自然有这个责任去承担这个责任，说要回报这些父母如父如母众生的恩德和慈悲。所以呢，这样的方式呢，以这样的方式来解答接下来的这个疑问。
So mainly that logic, the reason that we are using is cause and effect. That cause and effect logic that we are using, because in order to prove that your previous life is beginningless, we are using the logic, is a cause and effect logic we are using here. So that is why, so each and every practice, whatever we are doing in a Buddhism practice, there is always a logical explanation behind that. So that is why, so more you think, more you study about the Buddhism practice, so it will be like more enlightening you.
所以呢，众生无始以来都曾经做过我们的父母，那父母对我们恩重如山，所以今生的我们必须要报答他们的恩德。所以这一点呢，佛教是以这个逻辑的思辨跟理性的思维方式，逻辑上的这个解释，来回答众生心中的这个疑问。所以不管我们修行的是什么，用的是什么的方法，使用是那种法门，背后呢都有一堆逻辑的理由在支撑着你目前的这个修行的这个法门。所以呢，我们必须要知道说，你学习佛法、听闻佛法、思考的越多，听闻的越多的话，你就会更有逻辑的理由去说服自己跟别人，为什么要走上这一条成佛学佛的菩提大道。
And so like if we, so like this is like what like in a Buddhist philosophy, how it explained with the logic, yeah.
所以佛教的哲理
Then
就是
also with like a different culture. Okay.
所以佛教的这个就是以这个哲理思辨的方式呢，佛教的哲学方面呢，以这种哲理因果的思辨的方式来解释 众生在理性上所可能会发出的这个疑问，仁波切就说到，接下来是关于各种文化在佛法上的解释。
But like according to the different culture, or Asian or Western culture, because ancient culture, that what I found is like, it is also very interesting, yeah? Because when you observe the different culture, if you meet someone that you don't know before, that you have never met before, then how you address them, it's also very interesting, yeah?
所以我们看到这个各种文化上的不同，比如说我们有西方文化，我们有亚洲东方人的文化，还有古代的现代人的各种不同的文化，所以文化的现象本身是一个很有趣的一种现象嘛。所以比如说当你遇到一个你没有见过的不知所闻的，之前不知道他是谁的一个人，你怎么去跟这个陌生人打招呼呢？这是很有趣的一个现象。
That like in a Indian traditional, like if you if you don't know that person, if you meet the stranger, if you want to address him, then like you will look at their face, yeah, how old that person would be, is it the same age or elder. So if it is around like same age, then you will call it the Vaisab, means like Vaisab means brother, like a respected brother. It's also same in Tibetan, Chola. Chola means also like a respected brother. You call them, you address them, yeah.
所以这个印度人当他们遇到一个陌生人的时候，他们会看他的面部，看的面部大概可以猜出他的年龄是跟你同岁还是比你老的、更年长的。如果是跟你同辈同龄的话呢，这印度人就叫做 Vaisa， 或者是 Chola， 就是藏人叫 Chola， 就是跟你同辈的，就是辈分不会比你高的这个人，就有这样的一种称呼嘛。
I think even in the Chinese tradition, they call the tako, isn't it? Tako.
仁波切说这个广东话叫大哥，大哥对不对？大哥，大哥，大哥吧，
And also like for this like also in the Western, sometimes they call the brother.
这西方也会称为兄弟啊 ，brother。
No, I mean like even in the Western.
就西方人也是这样的称呼。西方的也就这样称呼。
So and no, not Shisang. I mean Western. Western, they also call the brother. Yeah, like sometimes they call like "What's up, bro?" Like especially those young like younger generation, they call the "What's up, bro?" means like that. What is happening, my brother?
Yeah. 所以西方人仁波切 Westerners， 就是会讲这样的，就是What's up, bro？ 就是兄弟啊，兄弟啊，发生什么事情了
I thought you were saying Shisang means
No.
Tibetan, yeah. Okay.
西藏。
So anyway, so it's like then like if you messed up, if you then like maybe a little bit older, then like how you address is like uncle, or like sometime then like Mataji, like in a like Hindi, they call Mataji means my mother. So they also address as a mother. Yeah?
比如说，当年长一点就叫安哥啦、大叔、阿姨啊、叔叔啊之类的东西啊。印度人会叫马达吉，就是我的妈妈之类的吧。
So that is what I've noticed is like also in like ancient culture, we are like accepting whole world as your family also, yeah. So according to their age size, you will accept them as your family.
所以你看，这个古代的文化文明告诉我们说，即便是一个陌生人，你也把他视之为你的这个大家庭，人类大家庭中的一份子，把他视之为你的兄弟姐妹啊、父母亲之类的，把他当做家庭的一个大家庭的其中一个成员来看待。
So, like if you like, but we have to know, yeah, if that person is a little like not so aged, if you call them Uncle G, then they will not happy.
如果那个人没有那么年长的话，你把他叫做 Uncle G， 就是大叔啊，或者大姨妈、姑姐之类的，他自然会觉得不高兴嘛。你怎么把我看得这么老？
Yeah, so what I mean to say here is like, yeah, even our culture also, like old culture, we have that kind of the tradition and way to accepting whole world as your family. Yeah? That is also like one of the very corresponding with what we are talking in our Mahayana practice. All sentient beings are your parents, but they said it's your mother, but it is also referring your brother and your father, or it can be explained also similar.
那想说的就是呢，就是人类古文化当中的把每一个人都当成是这个人类大家庭中的一份子的这种想法。 这种思维、这种文化呢，跟这个大乘佛教的见地、跟哲理是不谋而合的。所以就佛法而言，当我们说到如母众生的时候，其实也说的是如父众生、如父众生、如父母、如父如母的众生。只是众生不只是跟我们的母亲一样，跟我们的爸爸妈妈一样，乃至于跟我们的兄弟姐妹一样，所有的众生都是我们这个众生家族里面的平等的一部分，就是一个人类大家族众生的家庭里面的一份子。
So that is why it is saying here, accepting, opening yourself is very important. So this is like one of the main practice for the Bodhisattva practice. Opening yourself towards the other means accepting others, also your family, also your then close one. Once you accept them, then you can, as I mentioned earlier, you are able to understand their situation. Then you can see you can see them as innocent, not as a culprit, because most of the time we are getting angry with other people when you see them as a culprit. Yeah, if you see them as a victim, then you don't get angry towards them. Yeah, all the sentient beings are victim of their negative emotion.
所以大乘修法里面很重要的一点就是把自己的身心完全的敞开来，完全的开放自己，然后完全的接受众生为你自己的一部分，跟你是平等不二的，众生都是如父如母的这个众生。所以当你有这样的见地思维跟修持的时候呢，你就能够接受一切的众生，能够胸怀一切的众生，能够感念一切的这个众生。这样的话，你就不会把众生当作是 罪魁祸首或者始作俑的罪犯者，你不会把他们当作就是罪人或者是犯人，或者认为他们是罪不可饶的一些有罪的人，所以你把众生当作是跟你母亲一样的，值得你去珍爱的，值得你去感念，值得你去救度的，如父如母的这个众生。这样的话，你就不会对他们产生这个恶念或者是嗔恨心的这个烦恼的念头，因为你觉得众生都是有苦衷的，他们都是身不由己的。 他们都是有罪业、有烦恼的，因此是值得原谅的，值得去帮助他们，值得去祝福他们的，所以你就不会对众生升起各种各样的如贪啊、嗔之类这些不好的烦恼。
Okay, so here again the same thing that that we have to practice. That giving and taking towards the whole sentient being are similar as what you did in the mother, what you did for mother, similar, giving and taking.
就修这个自他交换法，取和舍这种修持呢，就好像如前所说的，对你母亲，把你的功德好的东西送给你母亲，把她不好的罪业跟这个痛苦都自己承受。 同样的，你也用同样的修法，然后把这个修法安放在所有一切众生的身上，以一切众生为对象而如此观修。
And you have to treat yourself as it is saying here, like you have to treat yourself as a medicinal tree. 你
必须要把自己观修成为药树。 就是这个有药性的这个植物的这一棵树，你必须把自己当成这一棵药王树。
Like medicinal tree, so they will not have any like a different feeling. Yeah? So like no matter like how they treat, how they use that medicinal tree, they will not have a different feeling. Yeah? It's similar like that only. Like people should use whatsoever is a benefit, whatsoever means for them, that you can become a means for them.
所以就好像这个药树或者药王树一样，众生都可以从他的枝枝叶叶中各取所需，疗愈各自的疾病。那同样的，你就是成为一切众生的帮助一切众生的一种方法。不管他们需要什么，不管他们是谁，你都无分别的去满足他们的一切所求所想，能够救度他们所有的苦难。
So, and here also that your body and your belonging and your merits to transform into like so whatever others sentient beings need.
所以在这边就说到说，你要把你自己的身体上的受用，你的资具财富，你的功德善根等等呢，都完全无己无私的布施送给一切的众生，送给一切的如母众生，满足他们的受用跟所需。
And making wishes, I myself only can like fulfill all other people's need. That kind of the making wishes, and also reciting with the words.
因此在这边也鼓励呢，各位在修这个修行7要的时候，也要发愿，也要念诵这个吉祥祈愿文，说愿我独自能够成为让众生随心满愿的去己，能够让众生随心满愿各取所需，愿我成为这样的众生的一种顺缘跟契机。
And then making wishes that I myself will become a means for all other sentient beings' practice, for the path, for the result.
愿也同时发愿呢，念诵这个吉祥祈愿文呢，希望我能够成为众生修道有所成就的善方便，在这个道跟果方面的都获取这个菩提上佛道上的圆满的成就。
And like benefiting other sentient beings, so it is saying here, benefiting other sentient beings is the making offering to Buddha. It's the same.
这边说呢，利乐其他众生，等你向一切诸佛广行供养，这两者的功德是平等不二的，完全供养诸佛跟利乐众生，这两者是完全等同不二的。
Because it is saying that like all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they take their job, I would say their job is their responsibility. Their job is to benefit other sentient beings. If you are benefiting other sentient beings, that means you are helping a Buddha. That means you are offering a Buddha.
因为诸佛菩萨，我们都知道，诸佛菩萨唯一的任务、唯一的事业、唯一的这个工作，就是要利乐一切的众生。所以，当你也发愿能够自己能够利乐一切众生的时候，你就是在帮助一切诸佛菩萨进行他们的任务，进行他们的活动跟事业。你也等同于正在着广行供养，去供养一切的诸佛菩萨。因此，就这一点而言呢，这两者的功德上，在成就上是无二的，是平等的。
And then I would say like doing a social service, any kind of the social service, it is also a part of the Dhamma practice.
所以仁波切会说，当你从事任何社会福利的慈善救济的工作的时候，你也等同于在修持的重要的佛法的内容。这个就是修行佛法的本身。
So, like for example, so in order to please, in order to please the mother, if you can benefit their kids, then it is similar that you are pleasing, that you are benefiting their mothers.
这用一个例子来说明，如果你能够让这个母亲的孩子们感到开心、感到自在的话，你也同时就会让这个做母亲的感到无比的安慰、无比的开心。
Then it is saying here, now, like when we are doing the second session, within this second session, you can include all those like Sharavaka and Yapartika Buddha and Bodhisattva, those who is abiding on a great bhumi. You can including into all the sentient beings together, or you can do it separately also. It can be, if you make those separately, then it becomes a 3 session. And otherwise, you can make it into a 2 session.
所以在这一点而言呢，这个论点，这个根本颂里面有说，你可以2种不同的修持的方法。第一个方法就是说，你可以观修这个声闻缘觉菩萨乘的地上的这个有成就的圣者呢，把他们观成跟一切众生一样了，把他们归入同一个类别来进行观修，把他们视为同一个类别的观修的对象。然后另外一个修法就是分开来修，就是把这个声闻缘觉菩萨乘的这个圣者呢，当翻成第3个所观修的对象，类别的对象。所以这样的话就有三个次第来修了。前面的修是母亲，然后第2是修就是一切众生，第3就是修这个圣贤的成就者，就是声闻缘觉菩萨乘。要不然的话，就把这2者合一呢，都归纳为所有的众生来一起作为观修的对象。
Then, when you are practicing this giving and taking, so the way of doing practicing, it's like Tenyi Lungla Jumbercha means like these two are to be mounted on the breath. So, like while you are breathing, then you can practice this giving and taking while you're breathing. When you're inhaling, that you are taking all the negativity from the other sentient beings or your mother, or when you are exhaling, that time you can give all the great and all the positivity from yourself to other sentient beings or your mother.
然后这边是说到根本说，就是说比二乘风息，就是当你一呼一吸，你的出入息之间，你就在修这个自他交换、自他取舍的这个交换的诀窍。也就是说，吸气的时候，你把一切众生、如母众生、如父如母众生的一切的痛苦、烦恼跟业障，都吸进去呢，你独自的去承担跟承受。当你呼出去气的时候，出息的时候，呼出去气的时候呢，你把你的这个功德、善根的福报等等的，都供养给一切如母众生。
Because it helps you to feel it. Because when you are practicing, when you are visualizing or when you are practicing, you have to feel from inside. Yeah, that is very important. Because if you're just doing like without really feeling from inside, then that so that you are practicing is not really affecting. That you are not really engaging to the practice. In order to more effective. So then you have to feel from inside. Due to that, if you use the breath, so it will help you to feel it, because that it will feel that something is going and something is coming. So that makes you feel it from the inside.
因为一切佛法行门、佛法的修行法门的这个要点呢，就是你必须要在你的内在里面呢，升起这个觉受。那如果你没有觉受，只是朗朗有词去形式化地做这些功课，做这个佛法上的修持的话，你内在没有觉受的话，那不算是如理如法的在修持这个佛法，那自然就不会得到佛法上的受用跟这个功德。所以为了要在佛法上有所受用、有所功德，为了要如理如法去修持佛法呢，内在必须要升起这个内在的这种觉受。升起内在觉受的很好的方法，就是把它跟我们的呼吸、我们的出入息 产生这个连接。当你吸气的时候，你觉得有些东西进来了，你就观想说你在吸进一切众生的痛苦跟烦恼，这样的话你就有所觉受嘛。当你呼气的时候，当你出息的时候，你就把你就观修，把你自己的功德、善根、福报等等都回向，都布施给一切众生，这样你会有所觉受。所以这个观出入息的比二乘风息的方法呢，就是让我们把这个外在的修持和内在的觉受产生连结的非常好的殊胜的一个诀窍。
Okay, so yeah, we will stop here today. So till here that we have finished again meditation period of practicing relative Bodhicitta mind.
所以今天就说到这一边，那我们就此呢就完成这个世俗菩提心、相对菩提心的这个修持，这是自大交换的这个取舍二乘风息的这个部分。
Maybe we can answer one question only, because since it's already time.
那时间就差不多了。那或许是有一个问题的话，我们可以在这边回答。
我可以问吗？一个问题。
呀。
刚才仁波切说，我们在修这个呼吸法的时候，我们可以做这个四大交替的这个供养跟这个承受，有没有？那我们在修九界佛风的时候，可否可以这样子的观修呢？
仁波切，you say that we can do the exchanging oneself and others by breathing, inhaling and exhaling, right? So when we do the vast breathing, when we do the 9th session, the breathing yoga, vast breathing.
9th session.
Vast breathing. Can we also do that, exchanging oneself and others?
That vast breathing is more on the like Vajrayana practice, yeah, especially so like that Lung Pombachen, that like Tibetan we call the Lung Pombachen. These are the like sacred like Vajrayana practice that we will not talk about it, but still like whatsoever like inhaling and exhaling, like during the inhaling and exhaling, you can practice surely with the giving and taking.
这个龙婆婆界这个保平气味的九阶佛风的修法是比较属于密乘的、秘密的、不共的修持的法门，所以这一点是不一样的。可是，在你一般生活上的出入息，你一呼一吸之间，你可以做这个自他交换的取舍的这个方法。可是，在九阶佛风或者保平气方面是不一样的，是比较秘密的行持。
明白。Thank you.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so welcome. Now then, yes, so last time that we have scheduled till today only. Then I think like since we haven't finished it, so I think we should extend like 2 more sessions. Then I hope that I think that we can finish within 2 more sessions. Then we can finish this 7 point of my training.
本来呢，我们就是预定要今天就结束这一次这个修心7要的讲课，可是因为我们还没有完全的结束这个讲课的部分，所以可能人们就说需要再增加多2堂课，就可以把这个修心7要给讲完。
对不起，我刚才发了一个问题，就是你可以看一下那个聊天那边我发了一个问题。
OK， 哪一个呢？
就是中文的。
OK， 就是要修到将别人的业障嘛，对不对？Rinpoche, there's one more question. If you absorb other people's karmic obstacles, in order not to harm ourselves, what are the steps of purification that you could recommend?
So obviously, like if you not take it as a truly existing, if you not take as a truly existing, it will surely not harm us. If you are taking that whatever that you are observing that you are taking. So then if you take all those as a truly existing thing, then so you yourself truly existing, whatever you're taking truly existing, then two truly existing thing, then can negative thing can happen.
那么这回答就是很简单，就是如果你能够观空的话，自他皆是了不可得的，就是空性的，就是无我的，就是空无自性的话，那你就不会有这个负面的能量或者是什么东西不好的东西会发生。可是如果你观自他都为实有，都为故实的一个存在体，就是不是空无自性的话，那你是真实存在的，别人是真实存在的，那别人的业障、烦恼跟痛苦也是真实存在的话，这三个碰在一起的话，自然会有很多不好的事情会发生。主要的诀窍在于你不能够将这三者观为万法本空，就是了无空无自性的意思。如果不能够观空的话，所以观空就是解决问题的最终极的方案吧。
那就是说在获取就是在做自他交换之前，先做就是先观空，就说他的就是有一个什么特别的步骤吗？因为我听说我们必须做到靠近就是登地菩萨，我们才有这个能力去消化别人的业障，否则的话是损害自己的色身。那么就说这个也就是造成很多人就说特别是身重死亡的原因。所以想请教仁波切，就是说我们要怎么样去避免就是自己的色身受损。
仁波切 according to someone said this is the main cause of many death for many lamas because they are taking over other people's karma and then they make themselves suffer because they are not the bodhisattva on the bhumis. So how to avoid that from happening? And then secondly, should we visualize emptiness before we practicing the exchanging oneself and others, or should we do it during the session?
Obviously, whatever Mayan practice we do, we should not be doing as a truly existing. Whatever practice Mayan practice, not only this exchanging bodhicitta mind, each and every practice Mayan practice, we should do as not truly existing, as an illusion, because that is the basic idea for doing, engaging with the relative, relative practice, all the relative practice.
仁波切回答就是说，一切大乘的行门跟修持法诀，就是法的诀要，都离不开这个空性的。一切的大乘的行门的基础，都是以这个观空为开始的，观空为基础的。就是你不可能把即便你所修的法都是了不可的空无自性的，就是比这个为开始。不管你修行任何大乘的法门，都是必须以这个为开始。
Since she have asked that question, maybe I will just say one more thing that also Sakya Trichen, so in Dhongtsang Rabbi, he has mentioned that some people, they are afraid that if we practice this exchanging bodhicitta mind, that I may get suffer. I may get trouble. Then he said that, so practicing this self-exchanging bodhicitta mind, is it virtuous or non-virtuous? So that he has asked the question that.
萨迦班智达在一个论点里面有问说，很多人都误以为说，我们这个实修这个自他交换的法门，这个诀窍的话，会让自己受苦受难，会让自己的色身有一大堆的麻烦跟痛苦。那萨迦班智达这边就问一个问题，他说这个自他交换的诀窍跟行持，它是一个善法吗？还是一个不善法？
So if it is virtuous, then how can it give the suffering?
如果它是善法的话，
from the virtuous deed, nobody can suffer with the virtuous deed, result as a suffering.
所以我们知道说行善就会获得乐的果实嘛，行善得乐嘛。那如果它是善法的话，请问善法会怎么样为你修得到这个苦果呢？善法会怎么样带来这个苦果呢？
So that is why, so he said, like practicing this self-exchange, exchanging bodhicitta mind will never give you suffering result.
所以就这点的哲学上的思辨而言呢，洒家班智达告诉我们说，这个自他交换的修行法，永远不会为你带来任何的痛苦的结果。
So that is why, please feel free and be relaxed and be confident to practice this self-exchanging bodhicitta mind.
所以仁波切告诫我们说，请各位觉得放松一点，不要那么的紧绷，然后觉得自在一点，不要有那么的挂碍，同时要对这个法门、这个诀窍有信心，尽管很自在的、很放松的去实修这个自经交换的。 菩提心的诀窍
And like without clinging as truly existing, that is also very important.
所以不要执万法为实，要观空，要就是对这个万法的空性、空无自性呢有绝对的信心。
但是如果说已经就是说中招的话，那就是要怎么去净除？ 就是我们就是自他交换过来的这些就是罪障呢？
仁波切 if we suffer due to this practice, how to purify this suffering?
Yeah, so that is why I have already explained that. So if you are feeling that you are suffering with that practice, then you have to keep reminding that. It is not truly existing, then which will surely help.
所以当你认为自己在受苦的时候，你要提醒自己说，你现在所受的这苦难，它本身也是空无自性的、了不可得的。这样的话，就能够净化你目前所认为你正在承受的这些苦难。
谢谢。
好 ，Thank you， 仁波切。
Welcome.
谢谢，欢迎。
Dedication now.
现在我们做功德回向哦，好不好？
Sonam de tamje zibo nye tobne nyebe danam pamje chiga na che balaban chuba ye siben solen dowa dolwara sho. Okay, thank you for everybody.
谢谢各位，晚安。